This is your daily market review for Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Wednesday, November 29th, 2023. Hopefully you're having a great day. How about them Cowboys? I don't know. I always like to say that statement when things play out right. Or I always love it when a plan comes together, like the A-team. Yeah, well, let's talk about it. A lot of things happened. Not surprised that we gapped up this morning. But once it did, it was very clear, I thought, what was going to happen today. Going to the end of the month, a gap up in an overbought position was probably going to get sold. We talked about outside reversal. This is hard. I mean, this is what we talk about. Retest. Sometimes things happen you don't expect. Traps. I mean, literally everything happened today. And frustrations boiled over for some people, which, again, I can't deny that I felt a little bit of frustration, but also took advantage of it. So, new to the channel, check out the Discord room, link description below. Again, tradingagent.com. Check out Back to Basics series, more advanced, beginner to advanced material. Also, get your referral code, please, for the love of God. Get out of Schwab, get out of some of these brokerages. I think they're going to have problems. Use the link, get a bonus up to $1,000 of their stock. Also, get your 5.4%. If you're new to the channel, I guess like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. For the love of God, you'll get live alerts when we do live chats. Probably won't do one tomorrow. Probably do one Friday. On the last day of the month is, I guess, tomorrow should be a selling day. If you go look at the Stock Traders Almanac, typically when a month is extremely one-directional, you usually see the counter on the last day of the month. So we'll just see what happens. Yeah, golf clap. End of month markup. MOAS is trending. Don't be surprised by the outside reversal setup. Yeah, we got that by the end of the day. Here's the retweet 6 hours later. Not surprised. Be careful, y'all. There's a lot of crap going on. A lot of crap. Look at the banks. Man, unrealized losses held by banks holding junk debt. Problems abound, but we'll see what happens. Again, 5.2% GDP, all government spending. Literally, all of it. Government spending for war, government spending for everything. Good luck. Not sustainable. Again, it's not really benefiting the U.S. economy other than some of the indicators. The average person is struggling to make ends meet. Lots of parts of the economy are slowing, but the headline looks great. The problem about the 5.2% is this, though. Check this out. Do we have to continue raising rates? Do they got to keep? I mean, it kind of changes the narrative here. And so we'll see how things play out the next couple of days, because I think everyone knows that they can't. The economy's slowing. And everybody knows this GDP number is what? Not real. I mean, it's real, but it's not, if that makes sense. Bitcoin channel high chopping. Oil, as we talked about, chopping down here. Higher GDP, head and shoulders bottom. Could it rally some? I don't know. The Feds would not like that. Natural gas, again, I think it's just dead money. Dead money. But we'll see what happens here. I mean, I personally don't really have a trade on it or interest in it. Again, we like commodities once what? The Feds pivot. The dollar. We said it had a 12 straight week run up, right? Trap, maybe like today, like in the Qs, like a slightly higher high outside and then fail. Look at this. This is the classic, my favorite pattern. Some sort of trap or retest, drops below the 20-day, hits the 20-day, fails. Now we're back at support. Said watch dollar volatility. Again, I don't really have I think we should hold 29, but the economy is interesting. You know, slowing, strengthening. What does the dollar do based on other economies? I mean, you got Japan going crazy. TLT on the last day of the month gapped up, filled the gap. Yeah, it did. Close enough. Keep an eye on it. Again, I mean, the Feds haven't pivoted, but bonds have. Keep an eye on this, because again, the economy is slowing, bonds are getting bought, but here's the problem again, is we have so much debt to sell. I just don't know who's going to buy it unless the Feds are doing QE and not telling anybody. The VIX, as we talked about, GIFT down here, holding. 12s, Vixen, same thing, holding down here. Talked about the VIVIX waking up, wakey. Clear as day, right? Waking up. Something's happened. Volatility is about to pick up. I don't know if it's going to happen Thursday or Friday. Q's here, or sorry, the SPY, here you go. Outside reversal. Makes a new high, gives it all up. Once the 8-day breaks, I think we got clear sailing to might end up playing exactly like we think. 20-day. We'll see. I mean, it could be quick, could be slow. I mean, that's the question here. Is it going to be slow? I don't know. Q's, same thing. Outside reversal day. At resistance on the weekly, monthly. We talked about the IWM watching the 181s. Here we go. Another retest. Ooh, gets you a little hot and bothered. Well, you should expect at some point. Dia, outside reversal. Not outside, sorry, but novice gap with the doji. Keep an eye on it. GLD. Getting back to what I'd call the massive resistance up here. Can it break out? I'm not going to say yes or no, but I'm not going to chase it. I'd rather wait for a dip. Silver today, you thought was going to get over the 23s and go. Bonk. GDX, nice run. Got to hold up here, right? Got to hold, but Doji. Again, Doji sandwich or is it a left-right combo? We'll have to see. GDXJ, same thing. Inside, or like kind of a small candle doji. Keep an eye on it. AG hit some resistance. I guess it's over it technically, but chopping around. Just keep an eye. You got the 100-day right there. AEM all over the place, chopping around. I mean, that could be dangerous here. Hammer top. I mean, again, let's keep an eye on it. Newmont, we said, should have been in the 40s like weeks ago. Finally gets up there. Inside day. XDiv. PAAS. Chopping. I mean, a lot of these names, it's tough to say. I mean, I personally, again, not short gold by any means, but would be looking for dips to buy longer term when they throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't know if we're there yet or what's going to happen, but I will say that if someone's like, well, you missed the roof, and I'm like, if everyone thinks it's going to 10,000 and then about to be in a big bull market, we're only at 2. So I'll be fine. I think there'll be some other opportunities just as lucrative near term. Taiwan Semi, we talked about this, the 100 area. Chop, chop, chop. Micron all over the place, right? Look at that. Look at that. Down, up. Something's about to happen. That is classic Micron. Classic Micron. Keep an eye on it. That thing looks like it might get ripped. AM Dizzle. Man, is this a novice gap doji top? NVIDIA hits the 8-day that's curling down. I mean, it's tight going nowhere. Intel, same kind of thing, like novice gap, wick. I mean, basically closed at the highs. We'll see. SMH, meh. This one gave it up. Lower high. Hammer, no novice gap. Adobes. Here you go. Just chopping. Again, these are all at levels. Apple. Look at this. Pop. Give it all back. Close below the 8-day. Uh-oh. Amazon. Someone's like, you can't short it up here. I'm like, it's probably the best short up here. If it hits that trend line, even better. Keep an eye on it. CRM after hours, I think it's up at 250. Let me double check. I mean, again, I don't really look at the earnings too much. I don't really care. It's at 250. Is that over new highs? Let's just zoom out. Just curious. No, I mean, I knew it wasn't new all-time highs, but are we filling gaps? Woo, hold on. Hold on, homies. Keep an eye on that, because if we expect last day of the month selling and we fill the gap, that's probably a pretty solid short. Now, again, 3-day rule could be in effect. But if you take a stab at it, you can definitely do it with a tight stop, small amount, because if it gives it up, it could be lucrative. Google, talked about head and shoulders top. Check it out. Making lower lows, lower highs. Meta, same thing. Kind of thought it was going to get higher, but man, look at that. Railroad tracks, is that heading south? Microsoft, thing's been on fire. Railroad tracks, NDAQ, who said, watch the 55, 56, keep an eye on this. Love this area. MicroStrategy, again, should be higher, right? No. Netflix, until Bitcoin, it's going to sit there. Netflix, chopping. Roblox, no love. Going around in circles. I mean, I'd love for this thing to get destroyed again. I'd love for it to get destroyed again. Then I'll probably buy it. Tesla hits the trend lines. I mean, again, you can draw them many different ways. I know some people have bigger, longer term trend lines drawn a little different, but you can see. I don't know how you want to draw it that way, but there's a lot. There's so many lines here. Interesting day. I mean, Elon field day out and talking at CNBC. Go F yourself. Good luck, man. I mean, again, I don't disagree, honestly. I don't agree. I don't struggle with what he said. I mean, I agree. If advertisers are going to try to manipulate his company, he has every right to say whatever he wants. Well, we'll see if they continue to advertise with him. People don't like him. Again, I appreciate free speech. Because, again, I'd rather have people speak in public and look like an idiot than hide behind corners. Because, again, in the shadows, they look like geniuses. Remember that. Let people embarrass themselves in public. Costco. Talked about any rally was a shorty. Or not any rally, but getting back up towards the highs, 590 plus. Giving it up. After hours, they had some comps. Came a little lighter than expected. Starbucks, we talked about. This thing's toast. I mean, just begging for an up day. Just one. Can we get one up day? Right? Ever? No. FedEx. Watching. 100 days. Seems to be chopping. Again, people get pissed about chop. I mean, this thing, that can happen. Look at it. Caterpillar. Chop. Nucor. Like the short up here. Like the short. Now, again, if you're a home gamer and you got stopped out, which, again, that's part of the game, you knew this would be in play. Again, we talk about dojis and what follows the next day. Well, it dojied in a rout. I don't know why. Again, if it closed down, you'd be feeling more comfortable at this point. Do yourself a favor. Be patient. Patient or trade something else. VALE. We've talked about this one just all over the place. Arrow, copper, not going anywhere. Chop. CCJ, I mean, finally profit taking. Below the 8-day. I mean, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a long while. Keep an eye on that because, again, profit taking. We like ag names, but we think they're what? Gonna get chopped, slopped, cropped, NTR, same thing. You like these names long term because you got to eat, but in a commodity bull market, but they're gonna chop. AA, same thing, just going nowhere. XLF, got to give it credit for the strength today. It was literally the thing holding up, but then at the end of the day, it was like sell. Wick and trapping. JP Mo. Same kind of candle, right? Look at that. Doji, Morgan Stanley. This thing's been absolutely turd. Bank of America, look at this. Gets over the trend, right? Novice gap. Just keep an eye on this because there's definitely some resistance in this area. I mean, again, if you zoom out, you can see like this little area in the 30s. Again, I don't trust it. I mean, it feels very trappish. Goldman Sachs. Same kind of thing, right? Chopping up here. Ex-div today. Carry. 45. Touch again. Doink. XBI. We said this is all things all over the place. Look at this. Another long wick and hits the 100-day to a T. Things that don't look bullish. We'll see how it plays out. TAN. We said solar got some benefits from, it don't really matter, from the budget being passed, chopping. ENPH, again, I don't know where the right place to short this is. But, I mean, it goes from 75 up to 103. This one's tough. Because, again, it's been absolutely just destroyed. Keep an eye on it. First Solar, we said 160s. Didn't get close enough. My alarm didn't go off, but oh well. HYG, again, corporate debt really getting bought. Novice debt, long wick. Banks dumping. Again, sometimes you just scratch your head and you go, I don't freaking know. USO, we talked about oil being all over the place. It's going to be hard for the Feds. UNG said this looks just bad. XOP, again, I like drip, but it might take time before it to break the 200-day. ExxonMobil, we said, you got to watch the 100 level. Just chop. Valero, we said any pop we like a decent amount. He kind of got one at the open. Same thing with like MPC. So all these things, I was like, look at that. Zip, rip, roll, right? Occidental, not an oxidant. Chopping around 60. It seems to be, again, this is not a good month for them. Not really a good month. Chopping around. EQT, we talked about the 44 levels failing, chopping. If it breaks that 39, 200-day, and then who knows? And then last but not least, Flex LNG. Again, we think we'll be a natural gas exporter for the long term. However, I don't want to buy the stock yet. Let it come on in. Juicy dividend, a lot going on. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Always here to help. Thankful for all you guys' love, support. Again, I know this can be frustrating at times. People just don't understand. Like the market goes up a third, down a third, and chops third at a time. And when chop happens and things happen against you, it can be really frustrating. But again, channel your frustration into what? Things you control, being a better guy, being a better gal, doing better. Talk to you guys and gals later. Again, use the Calendly link if you need help.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.